Hi there, welcome to Kneppy Rants. I haven't done one of these rants videos for a while, and it's about time. And as I'm getting older, I'm finding more and more things to rant about. And I think ranting is and should be healthy to get things off your chest. And I think it probably would even decrease your stress levels. Not that I'm stressed at all. In fact, I'm the complete opposite. The only stressful thing in my life is trying to sell the house. Otherwise, I have a beautiful life, very little stress, no problem sleeping, anything like that. So finding these little things to rant about probably is a little bit healthy. Now, I'm probably being a little bit semantic when I'm talking about today's topic, which is the use of the word lose or losses, something like that. And in fact, the motivation for today's video is a podcast I was listening to this morning in regards to Richard White. I think it's Richard White, isn't it? The founder of Wise Tech. Now, this particular podcast was released towards the end of October, so about a month and a half ago, during that time when the share price of Wise Tech did drop. And this particular expert just mentioned that Richard White lost his shareholders lots of money. No, he actually didn't. The share price decreased, but he didn't lose shareholders any money unless they sold out. And that's the most important thing, unless they acted on what happened to the share price. And the reason this is a pet peeve for me, it's one of my biggest pet peeves when it comes to investing, is because the word loss implies permanency. For instance, and this is true in all facets of our life. For instance, if we lose someone or something close to us, for instance, one of my pets, Milo, he's 12 years old, he's going to pass away over the next few years more than likely. That is a loss. It's a permanent thing. So losing or loss has a sense of permanency. It's not a short-term thing. It's not a paper thing, that sort of thing. It's a permanent thing. So I have, and you probably noticed, you've probably seen this, read this lots and lots of times in the past few years, past 5 years, 10 years. For instance, share price of Tesla goes down 3%. Elon Musk loses $3 billion. No, he didn't lose anything. The valuation of his holding in Tesla dropped, but it's not a loss. Because who knows, over the next 5 days, the share price of Tesla could rally 10%, and instead of losing money, he's gained some money. So it's not, and they don't mention that. They don't mention that. And you see this a lot when the share market drops. Oh, the ASX loses $3 trillion today. It's not a loss. It's a decrease in the valuation. It's not a loss because it's not permanent. So I'm just going to show you two examples that I have seen over the past few years. This is two random examples from two different websites. One of them is the AFR. So even investing journalists use this term, in my opinion, wrongly. And I understand why they do it, because it's more dramatic. And they need to put a little drama in there to sell more papers. Well, not papers, physical papers, to get more viewers. Because drama, conflict sells. It's an absolute truth. So that's why they use it, because it's more dramatic, but it's not true. It's not true. Okay, here's one from this site is Investors Day Business Daily. This is from August of this year. So they've got August, they've got the 08/05/2024, but it's of course 5th of August because Americans are stupid how they do dates. We all know that. Yes, it is stupid. They still try to justify it. It's just like they try to justify not having the metric system. It's still stupid. And so the title of this article is not that bad. 10 imploding stocks cost investors staggering 2.6 trillion. But even the word costs, not absolutely true. But if you go on, it's the S&P 500 is down only 8.2% since July 16.9. So why does a drop feel so bad? It's because staggering amounts of money are being lost. Again, no, they're not being lost. It's just the valuation of these companies are dropping. It's not being lost at all. People aren't losing their money. It's not just vanishing into thin air. It's not the right use of the word the term lost. It's just not the right use. And they actually mentioned here that lost value in just weeks. In fact, that's actually an okay wording there, lost value. I would prefer decrease value, but again, that's not dramatic. Lost is way more dramatic. Much of these massive losses is focused on just a handful of AI-infused giant tech stocks. So they're talking about NVIDIA and Microsoft and Amazon. So this is back in July, August. Now, if you go to have a look at some of the charts of these companies, one thing you'll notice is the share price has recovered. And I can almost guarantee you, they're not talking about the complete opposite of loss these companies have provided. So yeah, the share price of NVIDIA dropped in August, 5th of August, down to $90. Share price now is almost $150. So we're talking about a 75% gain in a fairly short period of time. But they're not talking about that, are they? So you see this a lot when the share market drops, but you don't see the opposite when the share market rises. Anyway, here's one from the AFR. These rich listers just lost billions. No, they didn't. The valuation of their holdings in these companies fell, but it's not a loss. It's not permanent. So this is from June 14, 2022. Funnily enough, that was the bottom in the market at that point in time. If you don't believe me, let's have a look at the XJO, 14th of June, 2022. And the reason I know that's the bottom of the market because that's my birthday, and it just was the bottom. I just know it's the bottom. So this is the XJO. Here it is, 14th of June, 2022. It's not exactly the bottom, but it's near enough the bottom. You know what I mean. It's near enough the bottom. Anyway, so at that point in time, the market was dropping, but it's not a loss. So talking about Jenna Reinhart losing billions, Andrew Forrest losing billions, Mike Cannon-Brookes and Scott Farquhar losing billions. No, they didn't lose anything. The valuation of their holding in their companies fell, but it's not a loss. Okay, so I'm probably being a little bit semantic talking about this, mentioning that this is a pet peeve of mine, but it's just the wrong use of the word lost. We don't, or they don't understand. Well, they probably do, but again, I believe it's just being used for dramatic reasons. But don't fall victim to this. It's not a loss. It's just a decrease in valuation. But again, decrease in valuation doesn't sound dramatic. Okay, that's all I have for this particular Kneppy rant. If you have any questions, any thoughts, leave those in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, I am not a financial advisor. If you need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.